So I wondered if I could ask Mr. Kynge, how does the Chinese Communist Party use foreign information manipulation and interference as part of its broader geopolitical strategy?
First of all, China has a very clear and explicit propaganda regime. Xi Jinping calls it telling China's story well. The Chinese Communist Party has several very powerful organs that are dedicated towards propaganda.
Would you say that TikTok is a method by which China could monitor UK users of its platform?
In 2022, there was there was an issue in the media about TikTok in the US, and it was found that ByteDance, so the parent company in China, had tracked the location of two US TikTok employees from China to see whether they had been at the same location as these journalists who leaked a certain story to the press. So it is possible for them to track data. And it's possible for them to track that data from China. And once that data is in China, it's possible for it to then be passed on to the CCP. Because in China,
You think the UK government should be looking again at TikTok in Britain?
Yeah, I think they should be. I think it's not just the algorithm issue, but it's clear that this data can be accessed from China. So the second it's in China, it can, if the CCP requests that data to go to them, that it's possible for that to happen. So I think it's really wise that it's banned on UK Parliament devices and in NATO and a series of other countries as well.
Do the rest of you think that the government should avoid being on TikTok?
I think, what the government decides, I think, is for the government. But my sense of this is that we should have a much clearer understanding of where data goes when you're using a Chinese device. This is the first stop because, as we know...
This is not a Chinese... Let's say you had TikTok on your phone. What data could the Chinese extract because you have TikTok on your phone?
So as I said, location's one of them. And specifically for the UK, one of the main issues here is the transnational repression, right? So,
okay.
I mean, what you have to ask the question, what's the data they would want to know? Do they really care about some person in the north of England watching cat videos? I don't think that's their main concern here. It's the people who've got a bounty on their heads. Where are they? Who are their associates? Who can then be targeted?
Just a brief add to that. I mean, anyone who works in the China space knows that if you have China apps like WeChat, Weibo, Xiaohongshu, and those, you keep them on a separate phone. So we all know that basically all of your data is transparent to the Communist Party of China if you're using any of those Chinese apps.
I mean, for the record, I've just bought a phone for TikTok that I have a separate one because I think that the warnings they're giving today are very serious. Yeah.